Let's start from kind of the beginning-ish. This is a really fascinating back and forth, and I think it's about time we went over it.
I've seen you talk as we prepared for this in exchanges with people and on your show, saying you fear it's going to be very hostile, it's going to be an ambush, all those kind of things. I don't intend it to be overtly hostile. I don't intend to ambush you. I intend it to be an examination of what you said on the record, an examination of what you believe or what you say you believe, and an examination of what your rising popularity says about the state of the conservative movement in America. So those are my goals from this interview. What are your goals? Why are you doing it?
I thought it'd be interesting. And, you've talked a lot about me on your show over the years, and this is the first time you actually extended the invitation. I think it might be the second, actually. I think we talked about doing it during A24 a few years ago, but you've talked a lot about me with the panel, and now...
Okay, so let's just break down a couple things here. He is bringing on Fuentes because his producers and audience have told him, and he just does it because he wants ratings, because he is a tabloid journalist, he's a sensationalist. This is kind of what he does. Fuentes went on because, well, it makes him money, it ups his profile, he gets to put his message out, he gets to, engage in thoughts and ideas and, defend himself. So it's just a win for him in terms of just notoriety, fame, and money. So that's why he's doing it. So they're really not here because they want to talk to each other. So it's sort of a weird bedfellow situation. But, okay.
You've extended the invitation to talk to me, and I think it'd be interesting for me to maybe clarify some positions and maybe get to know you a little better as well. So I'm looking forward to it.
There is a belief that you have two personas. There's one that you roll out now for podcasts and for shows like mine, where you come...
Well, now he's ripping off Coleman Hughes' take, which is that this guy has two different personas, which is not... It's not really a gotcha. Nick is about to explain that he jokes and is sort of, has meme culture and is more, I don't know, what's the word? Nefarious? No, it's just like everyone's different. Everyone wears a different mask. I'm different talking to my father than I am talking to you, and you're not even here. Or, it's just like, yeah, of course there are different sides to your persona, and if you're talking by yourself hour after hour after hour, just streaming, and some guy in the chat is like joking about something, yeah, you're gonna come across as uncouth.
Across as reasonable. And then there's your show on Rumble, where you often come across as having, a very unreasonable view on things. This is what Coleman Hughes said about you.
Oh, he credits him, okay.
Nick Fuentes knows exactly what he's doing. He is consciously playing this double game as part of a long-term strategy to become popular enough to take the reins of power, at which point he plans to pivot towards the extreme and unpopular policies that he advocates daily on Rumble.
Well, okay. First of all, this is not uncommon. A human being, anytime you are engaged in speaking, so you make noises out of your mouth, if you're in public or if you're with other people, there's usually a reason why you're talking. You're not just a crazy person wandering through the woods spouting nonsense. You have an objective. I learned about this in acting class. Okay, you're in an acting class, you're doing a scene, and the director says, okay, what's your motivation? Doesn't say it like that. They said motivation, but that was the old way of talking. They say, what is your motivation in this scene? Well, I don't know. I got my words here. I come in and I say, hi, Sally. How have you been today? Yeah, but what does your character want to do here? Are you trying to fuck her? Are you trying to make her feel comfortable? Are you trying to make her like you? Like, there has to be some motivation behind what you do. And so if Nick is talking to a stream, he's trying to get super chats. He's trying to earn money. He's trying to entertain them. He's trying to be funny. These are some of his motivations. Okay? People have ever-shifting motivations. One that is common and is kind of universal is, I want people to like me. I want social goodness to come back to me. This is beneficial to me. Okay, this is in our instincts. Women have this big time because they can't fend off the tsunami or the polar bear who's come to kill them. I don't know where they're living, but like, it's a very dangerous place that they live in. So they need help from other people, so they need other people to like them. So if I'm talking to a bunch of women, I'm probably going to not say things to offend them. If I'm in a group of black people, I'm probably going to be like, you know what, maybe I won't bring up the murder rate at this, cookout. And it's just like, because I have an instinct to survive, and I want to do things that benefit me in any given situation. So people are playing the field at all times, and you assess, how could I benefit in this particular social situation? Now, it gets interesting when it's just a wide open, I'm broadcasting to the world, and whoever you are out there, like right now, I don't know who you are, your demographic, your age, sex, and location, which is why I want you to DM that to me so that we can figure this out and, get it on. No, but like, if I knew who you were and something about you, I could probably change what I'm saying and how I'm saying it to make you like me more. Okay? Now, you have the benefit of hearing the authentic me, because I don't know who you are. I don't know that you're into astrology. I don't know that I have to tiptoe around your Christianity, or you're half a gay. So I can't really, shit on the gays. I don't care about the gays. I mean, whatever. I had a friend, we call him shit dick. Yeah. Anyway, that's a whole different tangent.
First of all, what is your response to that?
Well, first of all, I would say that Coleman Hughes is a propagandist. He works for the Free Press, which is run by Barry Weiss. So I think you have to consider the source. And Barry Weiss is a pro-Israel partisan. Free Press is just bought out by CBS for $150 million by Larry Ellison, or his son David Ellison. And so I think that's coming from a particular point of view. We can't pretend like that's coming from a vacuum or from some fixed position. That's coming from a propaganda outlet that's in favor of Israel. That's first. But second, I would say he is right about the two personas. And I think that everybody understands this on some level. On my show, I make jokes and I use rhetoric and I'm hyperbolic because for a long time I had an audience that was small on these like dissident platforms. I was on D Live for many years. A lot of people don't even know what that is. And so I had a small following, and we had sort of like an in-group sense of humor and memes and things like that. And you talk about it one way on a freewheeling live stream when I'm by myself and I'm ranting, and we make jokes and we play devil's advocate, we play with different positions. But then when you sit down in an interview like this one and people ask me a good faith question, what do you actually believe? Well, then I clarify and I say, well, here I'm not joking, here I'm not being hyperbolic, I'm not being rhetorical. I'll tell you precisely what I believe. As far as this idea that I'm going to get power and then turn into Hitler, that just sounds totally insane to me. I'll be honest, it just sounds insane.
Do you have aspirations for political power?
Not really.
I mean, what are we even talking about? What political office do you think Nick Fuentes is running for? I mean, mayor? I mean, now that the mayor of New York is, people acting like that guy's the Sultan of New York. I mean, there's no chance in hell Nick Fuentes would win an election of any kind, but okay.
I think that if I wanted to run for office, I wouldn't say a lot of the things that I say. I don't know that a lot of people would vote for me. I tend to offend everybody, even a lot of people that like me. So no, I'm a truth teller. I like to tell the truth. I like to do my live stream.
Who is Nick Fuentes? Tell me about your upbringing.
Okay, I'm going to skip this because he goes into just like being raised in Chicago. And he had a couple of parents who were working. His mom stopped working, raised him and his sister, and they had a nice white, suburban life, but things kind of went to shit.
Do you think you grew up in a racist environment? That your father was inherently racist?
Now this is where it starts getting crazy. So,
to witness the rest of this video, sign up at censored.tv. Be sure to use the coupon code ROOM to get 20% off. Or you can head over to subscribestar.com/atheism and join up to receive every full-length new video Devon makes. It barely costs anything to sign up. You know he deserves your support, and you deserve to be entertained by every new video AIU creates. So become a flying monkey and let's go.